Welcome back, Guardians. My name is Samlab, and today we're doing things just a little out of the ordinary. This is the complete history of Eris Morn. Some of you may know Eris from her days during the Taken King campaign, and others may be asking, who is Eris? What is her relevance to the current season in Destiny? So first things first, who is Eris Morn? According to hidden reports, Eris Morn was born in the Last City over 300 years ago, a child of civilian parents. Sometime later, she died and was resurrected. This information contradicted messages sent to the Guardian from a source claiming to be Eris Morn, in which she states that her original name was Eris Pyatova Hissien, and that she was born in Russia during the Golden Age. Morn personally denied sending these messages. Eris also participated in the Great Ahamkara Hunt, alongside other well-known Guardians such as Wei Ning, Commander Zavala, and Lord Shaxx. During the hunt, Eris wrote to the Queen Mara Sov, urging her to slay any Ahamkara that may seek refuge in the reef or shores of the Dreaming City. Little did she know the Queen had plans of her own. The Great Ahamkara Hunt was issued by the Vanguard due to the dangerous nature of these paracausal wish dragons. But what many don't realize is the Nine played a large part in the hunt and wiped out many of the Ahamkara after Oryx had taken Riven, the so-called last Ahamkara. But that's a story for another day. After the success of the Great Hunt, the Vanguard sought to retake the moon back from the Hive. This later led to the Great Disaster, a colossal event in which thousands of Guardians were killed by Crota and his army. Afterwards, Eris and another warlock named Eriana III attempted to find a way to kill Crota and avenge their fallen allies, who had been lost. They both began to recruit a fire team. 6 Guardians travelled to the moon, and in an attempt to enter Crota's throne world and eliminate him. Sadly, of the 6 Guardians that entered the pit, only Morn escaped. Breya, her ghost, gave up her life in order to save Morn, despite being nearly lightless. Eris survived in the tunnels of the moon for years, using a copy of Toland's journal to guide her through the Hive catacombs. It is believed she wields an Ahamkara bone to wield the power she took for herself. Sometime after the demise of Crota, his father, Oryx, arrived in the Sol system, seeking vengeance for his lost son. It was Eris who led we, into the Dreadnought, in order to slay the wretched would-be king that was Oryx. During this time, Eris had been working with Mara Sov in her efforts to gain power. It is believed that it was through Eris the Awoken first heard about Oryx, before he had arrived in Sol. Mara had told Eris a large sum of her final plan about Oryx, about the Nine, about many things we still don't know or understand. However, after Mara's defeat, or plan, she was trapped within Oryx's throne world. Only after Morn and the Guardians destroyed Oryx could Mara be set free. Eris vanished before the Red Wall. No one knew where. Later, she surfaced again on the moon. She visited Ikora Rey to inform her of the new threat to humanity looming in the darkness of the moon, vowing to find it and return with proof. While exploring, she triggered a disturbance near the Scarlet Keep and unleashed nightmares of her friends and past enemies. The source of these nightmares turned out to be the ancient pyramid from the Black Fleet, underneath the surface of the moon. Discovering this, Morn worked quickly with the help of Guardians to vanquish the nightmares and eliminate Crota's daughter, Hashladun, who had been leading the hidden swarm. After Hashladun was defeated, Eris asked you, the Guardian, to travel into the Hellmouth to find the cryptoglyph. which the hidden swarm used to protect themselves from the pyramid's nightmares. Once the cryptolith was retrieved, Guardians ventured into the pyramid, but weren't successful in harming it. But an unknown artifact was received from the pyramid and given to Eris. After returning from the pyramid, Vex had begun to invade the moon, being drawn by the presence of the pyramid. With quick thinking, the invasion was thwarted while Eris went into the Black Garden for further studies. Pyramids had begun to enter our Sol system, arriving on Mars and shutting down Rasputin quicker than you could hipfire. Our beloved war mind had been reduced in a matter of seconds. Looking for an answer, Zavala would send the Guardian to Io in search of Eris, who had been camped out by the Tree of Silver Wings, attempting to claim the gift from the darkness. Unable to receive it, it was gifted to the Guardian, who would claim the gift instead and wield it. During her time camping on Io, Morn would confront a Guardian and her fire team who had been spying, hoping to learn more about the darkness. Eris, being suspicious, sent them away. With the arrival of the pyramids, Morn and the Drifter would work together to understand more, including asking the Nine a question: what is the darkness? The answer spanned a number of future projections and manifestations as to the purpose of the dark and what it could be used for. After the arrival of the pyramids, the Exo-Stranger entered the Sol system and sent word to both Eris Morn and the Drifter, offering them information on the darkness and why it's important to stop it. However, Morn had many suspicions about the Exo-Stranger and the Drifter, concerned that they may fail to deceive the Guardian population. All the while, Eris continued to report to Marasov on what had been transpiring. Post the pyramids arriving on Europa and Aramis was defeated, Eris Morn returned to the moon. So it's clear then, for whatever reason Eris is still on the moon, but we have no indication as to why. It could be perhaps that she intends to further her studies of the hive or the pyramid under the surface of the moon, for us to better understand. So here is a quote from Eris Morn. She said,
Eris once said, "We will only know our enemy's next move if we are wise enough to recognize it." My eyes are wide open now. Stay ready.
Curiouser and curiouser. Everything hangs in the balance. As the forces of dark and paracausal entities loom on our horizon, foes of immense power so great it could make one want to run and hide. But never fear, Guardians. Whatever the case may be, you are the light, and the light resides in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find a way. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed watching and listening to today's video. If you did, be sure to comment below and give a like, and consider subscribing and clicking the bell notification to find out when my next video goes live. Remember that no matter what you're facing at this moment in time, you can do all things. Stay safe and Godspeed.